sit your ass down.
You just sit your ass down and
Sit your ass down. Sit your $5 ass down before I
Man, sit your ass down.
Yes! It's that special time of the week. Normally, I hit it twice. It's that special time of the week where we get credit where credit's due for somebody being a jackass. This is a credit where credit is due. You got lost in your own sauce. We give credit where credit is due to people who just took the wrong lane. That's this sit your ass down. Now, normally we have 3 a week, but this is one of these record weeks where everybody was on their shit. I don't know if Nikki did it before I did. Nikki calling out people and put it on wax, and they did all, you know, this week's sit your ass down. There's only one. We have usually at least 3. At least 3 that we have. At least 3 sit your ass downs. We only got 1. There can only be 1.
1 today.
And this hurt my heart. CJ McCullough. Look, CJ McCullough. Now, Portland's on Trailblazers. Let me break this down. Hold on, I get there. As a podcast host, like, look, let me tell you something about the evolution of podcasting.
As a fellow cop,
when I started out, it was me and a sprinkling of people. Kevin Smith, Joe Rogan, Mark Maron, Aisha Tyler, what's my man, Chris Hardwick. You know, it was a sprinkling of people. Keith and the girl, give them their shout out. They never get the credit they deserve. It wasn't a lot of us when I was out there in these streets. When I said podcast and I had to explain what a podcast is. Mm-hmm. But now, we fast forward some time, everybody and their brother got a podcast. Everybody and their brother got an opinion. And everybody and their brother on SoundCloud. That's just what it is.
It's true.
But CJ, when you host a podcast, take this. I'm 8 years in the game. When you host a podcast, the key is to be cordial to your people. And it's okay to disagree. And it's okay to agree to disagree. Here's what CJ getting you sit your ass down for. During his podcast, my man CJ McCullough got bodied.
He did.
By KD.
He did.
Yo, guest!
He did. In the worst way.
In 3 sentences or less!
I would have liked it.
When KD shows up to yo shit, it don't matter, we winning this shit again.
Pretty much.
We gonna kick your ass. Alright, look, let me tell you something from the street.
Pretty much.
Alright, hold on, let me break this down in tiers. In the podcast world, it's okay to be cordial to your guests, and it's okay to disagree with your guests. That should have been a time you disagreed with your guests.
100% facts. Yeah.
That should have been a time.
Like,
that doesn't make you a shitty person. If he proves you wrong, he proves you wrong on that court. But when it's your shit that your name is on, when you stamp your name to that shit,
he like talking like they championship ready and shit. Like, nigga,
I don't give 2 shits. You come on my house, you could be right as all get out.
That nigga wasn't right at all.
But with KD,
that nigga was terrible.
Give it to your ass. It don't matter, won't beat the fuck out of you. And the only time, CJ, well, you may have a point, Kevin Durant. No, here's what I would have said. Oh, go fuck yourself. We gonna settle this shit on the court. You could have said that and walked.
Pretty much.
But here go what CJ did. You right.
Well, you may be right.
Yeah, you may be right.
You may be right.
In the podcast world, that's a no-no. In the real world, that's a definite no-no. I can look Mike Tyson right in his face, which I've done, and that is there's very few people in this world that intimidate me.
You've done that?
I look right Mike Tyson, and I gave him the handshake during that during the speaking tour. You know, you're doing the Undisputed Truth.
Where was that? Where
Once at the Fox and one at the MGM, Detroit. And both times I met him.
Mike Tyson.
Shook my hand. It was like he was trying to break that bitch.
I bet.
And both times he did that shit where you shake somebody's hand and you pull them in, and you just kind of feel them where their muscles at to some degree. It's not a hug. It's kind of like a what am I info type of shit where you size a person up. And both times he was 100% in the right. Like I could fuck this guy up.
Yeah.
However, if Mike Tyson, a guy I respect, start talking that good shit, I'm gonna give everything I got to Iron Mike. If he whoop my ass, he whoop my ass. It's Iron Mike Tyson. But I'd be goddamn if Iron Mike Tyson come in my shit and I just cower. That's what CJ did.
He did.
And both times. Now, I'll be cordial with you. I joke. I laugh with you. I make you. But the second time, no, we're going to whoop that ass. You may have a point. I'm like, and then, the sucker shit of it all. After you hit the after you hit the stop button on the podcast. No, man, KD did this, that, and the third. And no, I feel though he get on the super team. I need you to bring that same shit while you're in your face.
Need that same energy, bro.
That's right. I would have looked KD right in his face. Oh, yeah. If I signed a multi-million contract to pass Steph the ball, fuck yeah, you may have I would have said something along those lines. Yeah, you may have a chance of whooping our ass. But me, Lillard,
D-Lil,
anybody else, I would have named just past fucking Trailblazers. Greg Oden, Bill Walton. I would have just named just Bulls versus Blazers roster, nigga. Dog.
Greatest Blazers on 2K.
I would have named so many other people. And just like, bring that shit on. I would have hyped that shit up. Come to Portland. We keep Portland weird. I don't know their fucking motto. I don't know.
Rip City, bro. That's what they call it. Rip City.
They always show that fucking side. They always show the sign though. Say keep Portland weird.
Yeah. Rip City.
I would have did anything.
That's because fucking what's her name was there, wasn't it? Fucking Twilight.
I don't know, man. But either way, I wouldn't have been. No, you probably could. Look, I love you like a brother. But in this podcast alone, you said I'm gonna take that title. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. Alright, nigga. No, you're not. How many times have that happened in this very podcast?
You did a lot.
Yes! In this very podcast, it was just like, alright, man, you don't have to get through it. You don't have to get through me. You don't have to pray for a tragedy. You don't have to do something. Like, oh, CJ. Look, I feel as though you're going to bounce back because I feel as though I'm not the first person to tell you this shit, but I'm going to tell you on behalf of me, my man Ike, Lil Ike, who right there, the future.
He right there. Future nigga.
Everybody revolving around this podcast. Nicki Minaj, Beyonce, the Obamas, the people who said they not coming to this bitch. All of us can all agree. Sit your ass down. God, that hurt my soul. It really did, man. It really did. Because if you quote unquote boys with him, he should understand.